1 a.m. in the main room where you cannot be sucky. You have to grab those people and hang on to them. You have to. They have to know you're good.
Mm-hmm.
They've seen everything. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Horrible.
In Hollywood. And I was, going on after people that were way better than me. I just ate shit.
Yeah, you need those sets, though.
They're so good for you. Those fucking bombs. It's like heartbreak, too. You need those. It sounds like a terrible, counterintuitive thing. To feel bad is good for you. But you need perspective. And the real perspective only comes the hard way.
Disappointment. Yeah, disappointment. Heartbreak, like you
Failure.
said. Heartbreak
Failure.
is a real good one.
Yeah, failure.
Yeah, you fail.
Failure in a relationship, failure in a friendship, failure in a business venture, failure artistically, failure athletically. Failure. Yeah, that shit right there.
Yeah.
Dude, when you were saying the patella, I had a patella tendon graft on my left knee when I got my ACL reconstructed, and they took a slice of the patella. They were like, "Don't worry about it. The thing's really big." I was like, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, how big is it?
And mine snapped.
It blows out.
He goes like 93% of patellar tendon tears happen at a connection point. In other words, there's 2 points of connection, either at the on the patella or on the the tibia. It might be incorrect.
Yeah.
He's like, you're snapped in the middle. He goes, which just takes a tremendous amount of force, which makes sense when you think about because I was leaping. He's like, you're leaping as hard as you can.
Right. And you were tired, and you'd fucked it up a couple of days before, right?
I fucked it up earlier that day.
Oh, Jesus.
And so, and he's like, so it's a really weird, it's an unusual place to tear.
Injuries, bro.
Injuries, yeah.
I've had so many.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's another good thing about martial arts and jiu-jitsu. It's like, I understand that there's stuff you have to do to make sure you don't get injured as often. That's one of the reasons why I stay strong. I don't want to be weak. When you're weak, you get hurt. And old people, that's one of the major reasons why they fall down, is just they're feeble.
Yeah.
There's an interesting video, not a video, photography series of cross sections of people's anatomy done through MRI. So they show a 70-year-old sedentary person next to a 70-year-old triathlete. It's wild. They show a 40-year-old sedentary person next to a 40-year-old triathlete.
Yeah.
And there's all these, obviously, I'm not saying you have to be a triathlete, but just being strong enough to do stuff is so important. The only way you get that way is lifting weights and working out.
The only thing I keep preaching to my friends and my family circle of people I'm around, especially guys and women, I want to make that point too, women too, is you have to have resistance, weight resistance. People get into when they hear that, they keep thinking tremendously heavyweight.
No.
I'm not going to be a powerlifter. And you're like, no shit.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't even try to be. Just.
Yeah, there it is. Look at the cross section. So the top is the guy who has the workout schedule, and it's all muscle. And then the bottom is just mostly fat, the same size leg. And there's just this weak-ass, bitch-ass muscle around the fat.
Yeah.
When I see that, I want to leg kick him. That bottom one, just imagine
what you see too,
slamming a shin into that.
When you're in the hotel gyms, and sometimes you see these dudes of all ages, but I would say starting at 40 into the 70s is the guy who walks in with kind of the beginning of dropped head syndrome, like this, and immediately this guy's going to the elliptical or treadmill. Because that guy doesn't lift weights.
Right.
No, but and all you have to do, not all you have to do, but if you want to avoid that path, weight training.
Yeah.
Start lifting weights.
Yeah.
Have some type of resistance training. Put your body under that stress, your muscles and your skeletal structure under the stress of picking up something and resisting. Build your muscle.
Yeah.
I have this conversation with my cousins and my siblings and my friends all the time who I see on the path of not touching weights.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're not gonna be fine just doing the elliptical.
Right.
You're gonna deteriorate.
Even guys that I know that do jiu-jitsu, especially as they get into their 40s, I always tell them, you're not working out? You're not, other than training? You're only doing jiu-jitsu? And they're like, yeah. I go, dude, at least once a week. You should be lifting weights at least once a week. You should
Yeah.
really should be doing it a little bit every day.
Yeah.
The key is a little every day. That's the Pavel Tsatsouline method. You know, I think if you're doing something else like jujitsu, you can get by with a couple of workouts in the morning and a couple of workouts in the afternoon where you're not even killing yourself. You're just like doing some kettlebells, doing some chin-ups, doing some push-ups, but you're making your body do these things. Even if you do only one set of chin-ups, you do 10 chin-ups, do 20 dips, do 20 push-ups, do 20 bodyweight squats. Just do that. Just do that. Just that. That's weight. It's your physical weight, your body weight.
Yeah.
You know, and if you can get some kettlebells and do, 10 clean presses each side.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It'll take you 2 minutes. Do it in the morning, do it
Good
at
for your
night.
body.
Do it twice. If you do that all the time, your body just gets accustomed to doing that all the time. And then you develop tissue that protects your joints and your tendons get stronger. And then, you have the ability to do stuff.
Yeah. But you can tell, I mean, like, those scans are wild, obviously. Then you're seeing
Wild.
the real thing.
Yeah.
But when I see just, like, regular dudes that are older and you see the guy that is active,
Yeah, man.
it really blows you away. Just the way that they stand.
Yeah.
They stand a different way.
Yeah, man.
And their shoulders are back, and you go, oh, man, this guy's been active for 40 years.
Yeah.
And the guy that is fucking walking down the hall like this,
I always find those
Fuck.
dads. I always find those dads at, like, when I have these parent-teacher things. I'm like, that guy lifts weights.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
yeah. You click with them.
I met this jack dude the other day.
The image
I was
showed
like, you're my
left
new
out-
friend.
Left out the 40-year-old. It looks the same.
Yeah, the 40-year-old triathlete. I was trying to explain that, but that was just, it's basically the same. Same
Wow.
amount of muscle tissue.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Well,
Was that at a parent-teacher thing?
yeah, he's a super jack guy.
Yeah.
T-shirt, shorts. I was like, look at you, buddy.
Yeah.
We're hanging in there.
That's cool. Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
thing, though, is you start to be drawn to people like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that guy's fucking putting in the work.
Yeah.
Like a guy who can be that fit at 55 years old, when I
You're like,
see him, I'm like,
like,
all right,
that's a
that guy-
winner. Yeah.
I can hang out with that guy.
I wanna hang out with that winner mentality.
Yeah, that guy knows how to do it. If you haven't quit now,
Yeah.
and you're driving a Porsche, so you have money.
Yeah.
So like, okay, why you haven't laid back now? Okay,
You got to get that portion.
that's my buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just you cannot do it. You don't have to. But
No.
if you want your life to be better, it's one of those things. It has to be done.
Yeah, and you guys like who are in their 50s are just you're gonna be the guys that in your 60s and 70s people go like, you're fucking 65?
Yeah.
Holy shit.